Alright, what's everybody? What's up? Let's get the shindig started. Today on the docket, it actually might be a quick stream today because we have, of course, our usual lineup of Ichi the Witch, Iruma-kun. We're finally back with Gachiakuta, only to probably be on, yet again, another extended break after this chapter. But we also have One Punch Man. However, it's just going to be those four lineup. And of those four lineup, one of those chapters is a bonus chapter. Iruma-kun is going to be a bonus chapter today, because I guess Nishi is going to be on break, from what I've heard, and supposedly, the short bonus chapter today is a speculation because they want to make sure certain things can get fitted to the next volume that comes out, is the idea that I heard. So maybe that might be true, maybe it's not. Either way, it may not be a long stream today. Next time, though, when we do have our stream day for Sunday, we will have a new series. If you haven't already seen it, we have a poll on the channel. Let me see how it's doing. Still very strong for one series, but we have a poll on the channel right now for our new lineup, and Kagurabachi's leading. So unless something changes by Wednesday, most likely than not, we're going to be doing Kagurabachi. We're going to be doing Kagurabachi next Sunday. So we'll have that on the lineup, and yeah, that'll be our new little series that we're doing. Yesterday was great. We had our To Be Hero X stream. I wanted to start it earlier in the week, but things got complicated. We started back up from episode 10. Fantastic story. Some elements of it, of like having a jumbled timeline, I kind of appreciate because there's more reveals, but at other times I'm like, I should have watched this in a chronological order of when things happen, because I think I would have grasped some moments a little bit easier, but I digress. Great show. Can't wait to watch more of it. We'll watch more this time Wednesday, and then we'll probably finish it off Saturday again. And then we'll get into our new lineup of what we're going to watch. We'll figure that out. This upcoming week, I think we still have a One Piece chapter, I'm pretty sure. One Punch Man's today. I don't know if we'll have another one this upcoming week, but if we do, we'll get to that. JoJo's is caught up fully, so we'll have to figure out something for the meantime, but I do have plans for that. And then we have our Greatest Estate read-through. Gaming stuff, we're going to put on like just a little bit of a hold so we can get other things out of the way, and we'll get in the back. We'll get back into the swing of that soon. But yeah, sorry again. It was like a couple minutes behind. I wanted to start like at 10, but it is what it is. So, let me see. Jancy, welcome. Thu, made it today? Yes, you made it on time. So, congratulations. Nishi explained in a tweet that the bonus chapter is actually a side story that she wanted to write for a while, and assured she's feeling fine. Nishi also stated that her editor's been advising her to take more breaks, and that she has responded with how about instead I do a bonus chapter that's only 8 pages long. Her editor said, we'll take it. That sounds about right. Hard-working mangakas, not to say some aren't hard-working, it's just very clear when you see certain schedules for other mangakas. When they don't take breaks, it shows in their character. Nishi is one of them. I do want her to take breaks, obviously. I do want the content to keep flowing, though. But I appreciate this compromise of, all right, we'll do a bonus chapter. That is going to suck because we are in a good place for, I think we're going to start a new arc very, very soon because we just ended the flashback arc with Henry. That was phenomenal. And of course, she's working on another series, Ichi the Witch. That's going to be still in the middle of this new conflict that we have to deal with. So, you know, you got to take the good with the bad, but I think Nishi's handling fine. Yeah, so shout out to Nishi. She is a true hard fucking working creator in a industry that is very taxing to continuously work in, but she does it. She does it. But yeah, so Nishi with Iruma and Ichi, we will be doing that today. Gachiakuta, again, back on the docket. I heard the news about Urane. I heard the news that I think I actually have it. Let me see if I can find it. I think I have it open somewhere. I just saw it not too long ago. Where? Oh, where? There it is. Here we have it. Yeah, Urane has suspended her her Twitter account, and it has led into a whole wave of why, how, who, when, if, they conversations. First of all, it's her choice. At the end of the day, she is someone that should decide whether she should be allowed to use a social media account or if she doesn't want to. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. The fans, potentially, you know, executives when it comes to, let's say, mangaka industries, I doubt they probably would force their mangas to have social media accounts. If anything, I feel like they would probably restrain them from probably having a social media account. But surface level, I don't think it's a big deal for her not to have her social media. If she's going cold turkey, let her go cold turkey. Same thing with, like, I think Kubo. Kubo is, like, very off and on with his Twitter. I think the only reason that he started to be more active on Twitter again is because A, the anime is finally wrapping up. We're going to get to the last core soon. And then B, he probably wants to announce what he's going to be doing next. But same thing with like Togashi. He's on like massive hiatuses because of his you know, physical conditions. And I think the fandom, rightfully so, wanted to have more periodic updates and whatnot. And social media, for what it is the best way for him to give updates. Like, hey, so here is the, you know, where we're at, and this is what we're doing. So you get the idea of, okay, it's not for his own enjoyment, it's for business. It's for him to, like, keep people in the loop. So, you know, when it comes to that part, I do think, you know, they should have that in their own space. But apparently not everyone agreed, and it got into a whole thing. I'm not gonna get into the cesspool argument of it all. But let her do her own thing. Let her do her own thing. Let her do her, and we'll be okay. So I heard that, and then I'm not going to go into the other news that's also, quote, controversial, because I don't think it is controversial, but that might just be my opinion. But I was aware, and I'm not going to bring up the tweet because it really did, like, hit every aspect of, oh, people are losing their minds. It was with Murata and a certain tweet. If you want to know what it is, go look it up. Basically, summary, I think Murata wasn't aware of what the tweet he was responding to was. That might be cap, that might be cope. That's just my own gut feeling on it. I don't think he quite actively knew what he was responding to, but, you know, maybe I'm wrong. So if you want to go see what that is, go check it out for yourself. At the end of the day, I still love One Punch Man. I am someone that tries their best to try to separate the creators from their story as best as I can. Like, you know, it is what it is. I don't support what Rurouni Kenshin's author did or whatnot. I still like Rurouni Kenshin. I love Toriko. You know that I love Toriko. I don't appreciate what the actual author, you know, gets up in his own business that landed him in jail. I feel like that's safe to say, but so whatever these quote-unquote controversies, quote-unquote, happen with certain mangas and, you know, social media, I kind of take it at, you know, face value and be like, all right, let's, like, analyze the situation, which is definitely lost on a lot of people. They want to go gung-ho, but anyway, I just wanted to bring that up. I was aware that Urane and Murata had some stuff going on, but specifically for Urane, I do know we're still on hiatus, like this, like, massive, like, hiatus gap. We're not back to the swing of, like, chapters being dropped consecutively yet. We'll probably be back on hiatus again after this chapter, but we do have a chapter today, so I'm grateful that we get to do that. And same thing with One Punch Man. I know, like, the schedule has been kind of all over the place for a while now, but we are gonna hopefully get back to a groove soon. Yeah. So let me not waste any more time. Let me get my drink. There we go. Yeah. I'll read a little bit more chat, but we will be going into the chapter. Oh, hold on. Let me get Luffy off in just a moment. Where's my Ichi? There he is. So yeah, let me read a little bit more of chat, and then we'll get right into the meat and potatoes of what we're doing. So you already heard our plans for the upcoming week, and then in the future, we have other content we're going to try and get to. So yeah, just stay tuned for that. But again, it looks like Kagurabachi probably will be our next series, which is, it's interesting. We'll see how it is. All right. At least she got someone helping her draw Ichi. Yes, that is true. Which I am, you know, appreciative more and more when I see stories that are co-created or, you know, co-worked on. One does the art, one does the story. I think, not to say, like, it's not impressive and, you know, awe-inspiring when there's one person that, you know, does everything. Even then, that's not true because you have, you know, a lot of the assistants that do a lot of stuff. And I think in recent years, it's come out a lot that, like, hey, the assistants and editors and background artists, they do a lot of work for the mangakas in these studios. But, you know, whatever. But I do appreciate more and more these stories that are involved with two heads, where it's like you have someone that does the story, that will write it out, and then you have someone that will do the art, and that's where they interlock with each other. Sometimes they'll go back and forth on the role, but mostly it is just, you know, one or the other. I think that's kind of like idealistically the best route to do. I think you can get a lot more stuff done quicker, and it kind of usually has a good repetition with the audiences, because, you know, look at stuff like JJK Modula. You know, you got, you know, content out a lot quicker. You could make a lot more pages. Ideally you could, depending on, like, you know, what publishing you do with, while, you know, the other person does a lot more of the drawing. So I think that's the way to go. And probably, I think going forward, I could see a big push for content to be dual created. And to be honest with you, that's what I want for years now with Togashi, where he would give up his drawing capabilities so that he could focus on the story of Hunter x Hunter and bring in an actual artist. But to this day, he still has decided, no, I got this. I can take my own story. The labor is not too much. So yeah, we'll see. Even though she does storyboard along with the writing of Ichi, yeah, like I said, it goes back and forth. Kagurabachi drawings are really awesome. I've heard. Like, one thing that I have been made aware of outside of memes and whatnot of Kagurabachi The artwork apparently is spectacular, which I feel like nowadays it's hard pressed not to find good artwork in a manga. Back in the day, it was more subjective. Like you could probably be like, I thought. Oh god, what's a good example? Actually, hold on. I thought Naruto's art week to week was alright. Hunter week to week, not the volume releases. Oh, good heavens. Stuff like that. It was a lot more like, some people were better, some people weren't. Depends on what you were into. But nowadays, again, going into, the argument I said before, whether it's a single person or, more likely than not, someone who has the artwork done while someone does the story, you do get more often than not really gorgeous artwork nowadays. Like, it's very hard pressed to say, like, the story is not for the art. It's for the story, It's for the narrative. Like, outside of, I guess, One's webcomic that he does for One Punch Man, it's very hard pressed you'll probably find that, but for sure. That I heard Kagurabachi looks spectacular. But okay, let's go. Ichi the Witch time. We're reading off of Viz, so no links. But you know where to find it. Rules down here. Follow, please. And let's go. So last time we left off, Miss Candy Ribbon seems about to unleash some potential here on Ichi, but Minakata has been standing strong. He got a lot of glaze last time. A lot of glaze. So I'm expecting this time around he's going to get even more glaze. But we'll see. We'll see. Chapter 83 of Ichi the Witch, the 83rd Hunt. A moth and... Okay, I couldn't tell. I was going to assume it's flame, but like the text was a little weird there. A moth and flame. My target is Ichi the Witch. Oh, is he still doing that pose? Is he still doing the gone pose? Oh my goodness. He's standing on business. A lady must never be stingy. That would be shameful. If one wishes to buy an outfit, one buy out the entire brand. If one wishes to pluck a flower, one must take the entire field. Okay, so Biscuit Oliver mentality. Before realizing he was chained. Be a maximalist. Do not live life to the few. Live it in grandeur. Take everything, not just some. Okay, so we have 7 rounds of magic crest that are around her. And if one wishes to take a life, pulverize it until no doubt remains. Okay. Yo, her thighs are fucking thick. Sorry, that may seem random, but I just... The center, gun barrel is, pointing in that direction of, her thighs. And it's just holy shit, those are tree trunks right there. Ichi, get back. What the hell? Is she serious? Oh, technique, special move or whatever? Oh, wait, no, her Majik, probably. She's probably summoning the actual Majik to the battlefield. Most likely. The one Majik that looked like a stand from last time. Yeah, Muscat. Muscat Majik ability does more than manifest firearms. Oh, there's more. But wait, there's more. Depending on the wielder's skill, they can load any other spell as ammunition with power proportional to the wielder's magic energy. Interesting. So you can load magic as ammunition. That's pretty cool. Oh, is this double page spread? No, it's not. Okay. Muscat. Lazu. This one, dude, it's a stand. It's a stand. Come on now. Wait a minute. Yo, let's be real for a second. That's a fucking stand. Look at how that thing's posed up right now. I got you, baby. That's a stand. Bro, Nishi was reading JoJo's and said, I can do that. Oh, yeah, I could totally do that. Bro, that's... I like the design. I really, really like the design. Muscat Lazod. And Dakaris is worried. Minakata, however, block, standing strong. Pop a cap, if you please, until no crumb remains. All right, let's see what her technique is. Oh, this is a double page. Here we go. Oh, Chakram guy, the Chakram dude. Okay, so he's finally stepping in where he was, throws his discus, and by doing so, he diverts the gun on a different path. And this massive, almost Cerro-like beam is thwarted away. And it pulverizes the building like its rooftop. Okay. So she was going to do a Omega Blast here. And everyone's feeling that. And it leaves a pretty good size crater in the roof. Oh, he caught it in between the ridges of the Gatling. Very nice, very nice. Come on, everyone. What are you all doing? Taking a muscle-headed power fighter head-on? The purpose of a Magic Keeper, sacred treasure, is to absorb magical energy, after all. Thus, our general tact is to hit the witch directly and make her pass out. That's our quickest means of seducing someone. There's no need for us to play the witch's game and engage in a battle of spells. Don't be honorable. Be crafty. Be smart. He has a whistle? Wait. He can't, like, Thor this thing back? He has to whistle it back? Really? Okay, that's different. Let's be more efficient, shall we? Zyro. I'm probably mispronouncing this. Zairu. Chakram. The Chakram responds to a whistle made from the same branch, changing course changing course at will. There we go. Our target seems fixated on the male witch. To keep this chaos of the scuffle to a minimum, I recommend you stay right there. Okay. Gokuraku, giving him, I guess, a leg up, maybe? Oh, no, he's running away. Ah, smart. He's using the old Joestar secret technique, running away, getting him as far away from the situation as possible. And then Zyro's like, what the hell's happening here? Boom, heading out. Go! Wait, what are you? Minakata, I have an idea. Bear hunting. Something that they would know. Like a code. You take the other role. Ah. Bears, huh? Okay. Zyro, let's go. Wait, what? So there's a plan. There's a plan afoot right here. Oh. What is that old saying about moths? Jumping right into the flame. Prepares the gun. Gokuraku is doing some serpentine activity. Oh, can she only fire in a straight line? She's very linear. She can't, like, ricochet her rounds, I guess. He's fast. And quite nimble. For someone who's even carrying another person, you're far better than I thought. Yeah, good. Give him some props. Gokuraku, the augmented human. I love that title. Her aim waves from a second after she fires a big burst. She's aware of her own blind spot, so it's going to be too risky. Let's get right up and close to her. I know you can manage at least that, right, Gokuraku? Yeah, you got it. Make sure you hang on tight, though. Because here we go. He presses something in his forearm. Some kind of button. A smoke screen. Dodge. Ichi? Probably not. Oh, nice. Okay, thank you. Yo, it's been a minute since we've seen the ice power. So he's utilizing the ice Majik Uruwashi ice clone. The Ice Dream makes a bunch of clones like he's Mr. 3 over here. And Candy Ribbon is Luffy. Except this time it's not going to work. Or this time she's going to fail. What the heck? A childish trick. But it's a fun one. Right behind her, too. Like, whoa, I didn't know that you were right there. Open fires, but let me guess. Wrong. Wrong. Yep, it's wrong. You chose wrong. Why don't you try again? Find us. How about here? How about there? The ice. It's showing the reflections of him like a mirror. Near. Far. Now you pissed her off. You, sir, have now asked for it. What's she gonna do? Like, is she gonna do, like, a gunshot to the floor? Bro, I was kidding. Wait. Oh, I'm too clean. I'm too clean. I've seen too many battles to not know what the next thing's gonna happen. I'm just so immersed in combat. I have so much experience now. So she does hit the floor, but she ricochets herself to a higher plane so she can get an advantage shot. And like she's Usopp, or what Usopp should be doing, with her like accuracy shot here. Now, the whole field is in my sight. And my magical energy is far from running out. Yeah, she's apparently never run out of energy in a combat sense. Never. Which we're about to stress test, I hope. When you hunt massive targets, you need lots of decoys. Let me guess. Minakata. Minakata, he's coming in. Ah, okay. So this is the backstory. So Minakata and him, they made straw dolls. You can use them to confuse and anger your target. Goad them into making rash decisions. Until you can lure them in by jumping onto the spear all by themselves. Okay, yo, that's smart hunting tact right there. That is still kind of risky, though, because you got to make sure they don't, like, sniff you out while you're laying the trap and or read through your trap. But still, very clever. Very, very clever. Now we have the chakram. Did he give him the chakram? Whoa. Wait, can you dual wield or just even wield someone else's sacred treasure? I think they imply, like, you need to have familiarity or, like, a bond with the weapon. But I guess if you're clean enough, can you bond with any weapon? He gets his sacred pole. Chakram in the other hand. What was that about moths jumping to a flame? Oh, maybe, no, wait, hold on. Maybe he, like, threw the discus. And by holding on to the discus, it's like flying him to where he needs to go. Probably. Judgment executed. He just chucks the rod into her back. Okay. Alright. What? That's the... Bro, Nishi. Come on now. Come on. Yo, Nishi, I need more. One of these days, Nishi needs to make, like, 50 pages. Last chapter felt long as fuck. It felt extra long with the content that we got. And we still got good combat stuff. This one was just like Let's go. Let's move. Damn. Okay. All right. All right. But that was good. That was good. So we... Getting more candy ribbons, killer intent. Understanding her ability slightly, but, like, every time she, like, tries to load up an attack, we're having, like, last-minute interference before we see what really happens. And her weird stand magic over here. Chakram guy is being clever, though. Like, hey, let's use our tools to the best advantage here. Let's not get, like, you know, cocky and fight them in a fair fight. Let's actually drain them of their abilities. Therefore, we have the victory. Understanding how his sacred treasure kind of works. Gokuraku doing something. Thank you. That's nice. He gets some screen time. And then using the ice that he doesn't really utilize so much. I feel like outside of Uru, it's probably lightning that he uses the most. So that's cool. He's bringing back the ice. Very clever trick that we get to see was part of his backstory with Minakata. And they can understand that. Candy Ribbon, again, very multifaceted in their abilities. And good combat sense. However, not enough. Not enough. Not enough with the teamwork of both Gokuraku and Ichi with Minakata and Zyrio. Very cool. Very nice. I just need more. More, Nishi, more. I need more. More battle. But very good. Very good. Alright, so quick. Let me read some comments. What do you guys think about this chapter? I guess, do you think she's down? I don't think she's going to be down, but that's going to be a hit. That's a very strong hit. I think next chapter will probably have a little bit more fighting, and I can see it end off on the cliffhanger of homegirl. What's her name? Nabishki? Well, like the main threat. The main threat that's controlling her right now. Viz, please. Load. Fujimai. Yeah, Fujimai. That's her name. Gotta try to remember her name. So, I feel like next chapter we'll get just a bit more fighting. And then maybe slightly break her control. But then the main thing will be Fujimai's probably going to come in soon. Probably going to come in. If that's her personality, that she's like, oh, I can't wait to fight you guys. Yeah, I could see that. Alright, let's see. What do we have? Oh, shit. Oh, there's actually a lot. Okay. Well, that's fine. Getting a better look at Amadoro's side profile. I wonder the beard-looking thing on her face is connected to horns she has. Perhaps it's some kind of headgear, something like a brace. Yeah, it could be. It could just be a design, but possibly. Possibly. I'm not against that. Like, if it's headgear, nothing seems connected. But I guess it could just be like a stylized headgear. Yeah. If a lady wants to buy an outfit, she should buy the whole brand, girl. In this economy, true. Yo, girl wants to buy what she wants. Guess what? If you want to use this maximalistic mentality, you need to fix the goddamn economy. That's what you need to do. Good heavens. She doesn't have to buy. She doesn't have to pay taxes. That's why she said that. Wait, she doesn't have to pay taxes? Was that ever said? Hold on now. Wait a minute. Are you joking, or is that like something they went over? Because I don't remember that. I don't think that's true, but I'll take it at your word for it. That's Dakaris's Lazwood spell. Oh, fuck. I forgot. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. That's like her piercing spell, right? Oh, yeah. Right. So, okay, I think they have kind of went over this. Once a witch captures a Majik, the type of spell they have ingrained onto them can be copied by other magic users. It probably is not as strong as the actual Majik using the spell, and depends on the witch who has said Majik with their own magic output. But yes, you are right. That is Lazwood. So that, we've seen it before. This is one of the Majiks she captured. Yeah, when she went on like her trial run when she was younger. Yes. So, interesting. So when they talk about her having the ability to ingrain magic as bullets, low key, is she actually copying a Majik? Like, as long as she has her Majik activated, she's like copying not just the spell, she's copying the Majik. So in theory, unlike other people that try to use Lazwood, the thrusting spell or whatever spell, she has a stronger variant second to the original. Oh, shit. Huh. I just got... Okay, that's a subtle thing. Thank you for elaborating on that. So when she says she can put magic as bullets, she's copying the innate energy of the Majik and then can use it in tandem with their spell. Huh. Now, her magic output makes it as strong as it needs to be, but her magic output should not be anywhere near the original. But she might be close. Might be. Maybe. I guess in theory, if like someone with a spell like this, or a power that allowed them to copy a Majik's power, outside like Uryu upgrading the power, if you have a certain magical level threshold that's like super high, in theory, maybe you can even surpass the original Majik's output, or whatever their original spell could do, by just your sheer level of magic and skill. In theory, maybe. That's interesting. Holy shit. Okay, thank you for pointing this out. I didn't quite get that the first time around. Remember, it was said in a previous chapter, it was revealed that once a witch acquires a Majik, they can share their chance with other witches, and they can also be able to use the Majik spell. Right. And now again, I imagine that copies are not as great as the original. You have variations depending on the level of skill and magic output that a witch will use with said spell. But at the end of the day, the original should trump all the copies. Ideally. But with this unique variation of it, she should be able to maybe get closer to the original than any other witch. And because she's using it in a variation of her own Majik, she's kind of using two Majiks in combination of each other, which outside of... Hold on, did my music die? I think my music died. Outside of Ichi, here we go. Let's do that. Outside of Ichi, no one else has really done that. It's kind of like they've used a couple Magiks here and there, but even then, they've never shown combo moves. I think Dakaris is like close to doing that, but we've never seen like a full combination outside of Ichi, and I guess now, oh my god, I'm forgetting her name. Why am I forgetting her name? Amadoro. Okay. She's getting love. She's getting her skill level. Appreciate it a lot more. She is a captain level witch, so makes sense. It makes sense. So you can use Magiks together that Lazud, but how does witches share Magiks together? So again, I think what the idea is, when a Magik is captured, the witch keeps the Magik and has their activation spell for said power. But then once they know the chant, they can write that chant down like a grimoire or a scroll or whatever, and then other witches can learn the spell that way. And then I guess magically, once you learn the spell, it's like ingrained into you, kind of like JJK techniques and whatnot. Now you do have to train and maybe even see other people and know like what the spell does to actually understand how to use it yourself, but you can transfer it over. The idea should be, though, again, the actual Magik with his spell or their spell is the superior spell compared to the copies, ideally. But with Amadoro's Muscat ability, she is probably very close to the potency of the spell that the Magik would have. Thus, we're seeing a version of said Magik with her right now. Yeah. And it would make sense because once a witch dies, her Magiks are gone. So if you make the chant copies for other witches to learn, when you have to go capture that Magik again, guess what? You now have their spell. So yeah. So Magik keepers are close range combat most of the time because they have to get close to witches. Well, yeah, they have tools, they have weapons. We don't see, like, Chakram is kind of long range, but not really. They are very melee kind of oriented, and that kind of makes sense because the witches are magic specialists, and magic can kind of give you, in a lot of combat sense, longer range capabilities. Not every witch is going to be close quarters, but we see the exceptions. From the point of view of the Magik keepers, yeah, it is very absorption/contact based, and their weapons so far are very physical melee ones. We don't see anything like, let's say, a gun. We don't see anything like an arrow, like Iruma, just yet, but maybe in the future there will be. But yeah, it makes sense that for their style of physical prowess and whatnot, they would probably be mostly upfront combat specialist. Yeah. Zyro out here trying to aura farm, and Ichi and Gokuraku are just like, nah, we're just chilling. Yeah, absolutely. Ichi, ride the wind, ride like the wind, Gokuraku. Nice, I like that reference. Very good. Boy, Zyro just left confused and terrified. Yes, that's how he knows he's in good hands. Finally, we're bringing the hunting thing back. Yeah, I do appreciate that. We're actually getting back to the status quo of like hunting skills, and his forestry knowledge is coming back into presence. Like the last mainly 2 arcs has been kind of like fight, thrive, and grit, rather than here are my knowledge. Here are my skills. Knowledge. What can I use to triumph here? And to be fair, the last arc in particular, we were going up against some heavy hitters where, unfortunately, the hunting skills are probably not at the moment gonna do much against Kizashi or Hitsugai. You know, that's where we had to pull out, you know, Oryu. We had to pull them out because those skills were not gonna pay the bill. No. But here, even with her power, yes, hunting. Back on the menu, boys. I like that. Zyro reminds me of Yondu with the Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, I like that a little bit more. Because the whistle kind of does throw me off. Like, he can't just, like, summon it back. Because I think, like, didn't Minakata summon his weapon back? Let me see. Last chapter. I swore, like, he, like, threw it or whatever. And he could, like, whisk it back. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just going insane. Was it 81, maybe? Let me see there. Oh, yeah, these two are still also fighting the grunts of Candy Ribbon. Block. Yeah, almost died. Block. No, he didn't throw it. Okay, I thought he did. Yeah, it does throw me off that it's not, like, magically linked to his very being, but it's still a cute little quirk to his power set. And yeah, the Yondu thing, I like that idea. I like that idea with the whistle. Not as badass as the crest, but that is still pretty cool. And then, like, spins around and whatever. Pretty cool. Pretty cool reference. Damn, unrelated. Kei Urani just deleted her Twitter due to... We talked about it. It was in the beginning of the stream. Yes, I'm aware. So, yeah. I'm not going to go deep into it. I just did, like, a very, very quick surface level discussion on it. At the end of the day, her decision. But I am a very, very aware of it, too. Man, I know this is from the moment I told she decided to talk to her fans. Some fans are not as loving and appreciative of their creators as they should, you know, try to be. Another fandom, which again, I'm not the biggest of, nor am I interested in the medium, but like I know one other topic right now is the digital circus. That whole fiasco is just crazy right now online. But that's another example of we the fans should be held to a standard of supporting the creators and whatnot, but at the same time you also see that we kind of take over the idea of what the creation was in the first place in our own warped sense of reality, that even the creators themselves feel like, I guess it's not ours anymore, technically speaking. So yeah, it's crazy. It's a crazy subject, and I'm not the person to go into it, but I can recognize that this is just an insane time for a lot of creators right now, so yeah. Damn, Amorado, gonna feel this in the morning. Again, that's not a small hit. That's gonna fucking hurt like hell, getting slammed like that. I know a lot of fans are expecting Minakata to... Why? Wait, why? He's doing good. Wait, fans want him to die? No. Too soon. I know a lot of fans are expecting Minakata to die, but I think he will become Dakaris. He will, but I don't think he will because Dakaris could learn so much from him on how to handle Ichi. I like that. And also, I imagine you, shout out to you, Jancy, are of the minority that are saying there is some shit potential there. I don't see it, but I agree. He needs to teach Dakaris how to handle the boy. Iruma essentially has more than one mentor who said Ichi can't. And I like that trope too, when like you get multiple mentors. Thousand Master. I agree, Jancy. Yeah, I agree too. The American Majik. We made this joke last time. We made this joke last time. Very yes, American style magic over here. Like I tease, but like the rate that we're going with how the Majiks are set up, and we talked about technology last time. Do not be shocked. Don't be shocked if there's a nuclear Majik. We have time. There probably is a space. We have the warping death Majik, aka world hater Majik. We have undead creatures and whatnot, but we have just firearms, and ammunition. So don't be shocked. Nuclear fission is coming. Nuclear fission is coming, lads and ladies. It's coming. Be prepared for the nuclear Majik. Shit, does this mean Ichi can one day use Iskandar? I mean, in theory, he can use all Majiks, like any witch can. It's just the potency, again, should be different. The scripture that they learn chants, which I actually like to see that process, actually shown to us. But the scripture inherently should be weaker than the original. But yes, like, if Dakaris wanted to, she should be able to write down most of her spells, and he should learn it. He should learn them. He should learn Iskandar. He should learn whatever the rope dragon thing is, the bell that she has, the Owl of Truth, Owl of Gahul over there, the Alconda. He should learn that spell. And then vice versa. I feel like he should give the lightning Majik spell to Dakaris. I think that would be useful. Obviously, no one could use Oryu but him, so I guess it wouldn't really matter. Yeah. So yeah. Yes, he could use Iskandar if he wanted to, but maybe he's not at a skill level, a magic level, to even efficiently use Iskandar in a proper way, Dakaris might be thinking, so they're holding off on that. So if a witch masters a Majik, it can manifest as a stand / avatar. I think that's going to be the idea, because Dakaris does summon her Majiks out. We've seen Toga Ice summon their Majiks out. The problem is we're seeing the top level witches do this. We don't really have any grounds for lower combat specialist witches. Like, Specca. If we see her in a fight, can she summon her Majik? I'm not too sure. But again, I do like that thought process of once you master your I almost said it. Once you master your Majik, it is like a stand. You can summon it forth and do cool shit with it. And then in Ichi's case, he can clad himself in the garbs of his Majiks because of Uru. So that's going to be pretty cool. And in the future, kind of like with the spells, I think he can clad himself in like a fusion of different Majiks, maybe like 2 at the same time. So let's say you get a combination of ice and lightning on some One Piece Loki stuff right now, where he combines the ice Majik and the lightning Majik together in like a unique variation, where together they're not as strong individually, but with their unique fusion, you get like a combination spell that's like a fucking powerhouse. That would be pretty dope. That would be pretty fucking cool. Komaki doesn't have any Majiks, and she's able to use spells. Exactly. So again, that's the idea. Once you have the spells transferred into a physical learning, repeating form, anyone can do them. The efficiency of what you can do with it is going to be skill-based, energy level-based, but inherently there is probably a skill cap from the copy and the original. The original Majik is going to be better in the hands of said witch who captured it with that spell than probably most of the other witches that use the copy. It's probably like a very rare thing. Like, let's say you have like an ass tier witch. She wants to be a combat specialist, but she has like no skill, low energy reserves. She has a Majik that's like, I can shoot a fireball. But she, like, when she does it, even with her maximum potential, it's not the same as if the Majik himself could make the fireball. So her fireball is like puny, shoots it out. In theory, if you then gave the spell away to, let's say, a high-level witch like Dakaris, Toga Ice, Candy Ribbon, with their magic skills and energy levels against the weak witch, they could utilize that spell maybe better than she would, but inherently the Majik would rule that spell. Because then we also see with Uryu, they ascend those Majiks in Uryu's presence to upgrading their skills to even they could never dream. Like, it's like 120%. I forget what it was. But yes. Bro, Nishi need to write a codex here. We need a school arc. I've been saying this for a minute now. Like, I appreciate Dakaris wants to have Ichi kind of have the school of hard knocks, teach him on the streets. He needs to have a school arc, though, to have like an actual education here and there, because it's also beneficial for us as the readers to understand, like, okay, here are the rules. This is how it works. This is how we understand this. And, you know, a lot of writers like nuances. They like living in subtleties and the abstract, so they don't have to have confinement to their writing. But certain people, unnamed, but certain people's writings I've read in years that rely on this too much, then face the backlash of, we have no idea what the fuck's going on in the story. And then there's like the idea of, well, this new thing comes out of nowhere, and a lot of people are like, oh, it's an ass reach of a thing to now introduce. But then the counter argument is, well, they never said it couldn't do that. It's like, yeah, but that's kind of bullshit. It's like, really? So yeah, I agree. She needs to do a school arc. I would like a school arc. Vel, hi, welcome to the stream. They kind of already discussed school with Toga Ice when we were first introduced and came to the conclusion he wouldn't do too well in school setting, essentially being homeschooled. Yes, in traditional sense, yes. I do think, though, he should get more schooling as much as possible for him. So let's say, again, Toga Ice is doing stuff again in the background, which we have seen. We have seen that she is still doing that. Let's say Candy Ribbon, she's fixed, bada bing, bada boom. Next time he's here, Candy Ribbon's going to do some education. Nice. Next one after that is the Villain Witch. We get introduced to her, go through her story arc. She has like a class, a mentorship with Ichi. I can see all the high-end witches. They'll teach Ichi here and there a little bit of the fundamentals that they can pass on to him. And of course, that will help him then in his main learning, which is real experience, real combat on the streets, in missions. That's his forte, for sure. I just would like a little bit, just a little bit of more schooling, what we would expect some of the actual real witches would get, just so we get their insight. But yes, you are correct. Togai said, yeah, he probably would suck at school. Yeah. People are expecting Minakata to die because he is a mentor character. Yeah, but it's too early. We just got reintroduced to him like 5-6 chapters ago. No. And the mentor characters always die in media in order to, yeah. No, not too soon. Too soon. I can see Ichi wanting to follow Komugi in school for a day to see what it's like. Yeah, that'll be kind of nice. That'd be kind of cool. Like perhaps they have him do a trial run at Komugi's school for a week. That would be funny. That would be funny and insightful. But okay, that is Ichi the Witch. Very good. I'm excited to see where we're going. I think Fujimai will probably be making a move rather soon. Minakata is not dying, because that's way too soon for him to die after just getting reintroduced into the story. She's going to get back up. There's probably going to be a little bit more fighting, but Fujimai will be coming in. Yeah. Alright. Ichi's done. Iruma time, and then we're going to go into Gachiakuta, and then we'll end off the night with One Punch Man. Oh, my... Sorry. Couldn't help myself. I can't control it. So, if you are just here for Ichi the Witch, thank you very much. Shout out to you guys. Make sure to like the stream before you go. That's right, you. I see you trying to leave. Like the stream. Comment. Subscribe. All that YouTube jargon. Keep supporting Nishi and all of her works. Thank you very much. Iruma time. Irumachi. So, we went over this in the beginning. Bonus chapter. We discussed the context of why she's doing this now, before we get into a new arc and blah, 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 blah. This is apparently a story she wanted to do for a while. So cool. Cool. So it's going to be a quick Iruma. Then we're going to get into Gachiakuta. Also in a school setting, I can see all the other students ask if Komugi is his girlfriend, but he doesn't know the difference between a girlfriend and a friend who is a girl, of course. And responses with, yes, she is my girlfriend. Oh yeah, absolutely. Iruma side story time. Yes. So, time for Iruma. A very quick Iruma. If there's discussions, we'll have a discussion. If not, Gachi, and then One Punch Man. Let go. So, Iruma, bonus chapter, extra, Iruma Army, the Baku Alliance, Sokumai. Carla looking plushy, as always. Oh, they're playing a game. Anime Welcome to Demon School Season 4 is currently airing. I have not watched it. I've heard some good stuff, though, which is nice. I'm glad it's improving and getting people interested in it. I expect no less from you, Iruma-sama. Ah, he won. That combo I pulled off, it was, yeah. This is bad as things. Manga decks, load, please. Recently, I can't win any games against Iruma-sama. He clearly's gotten much better. So much that my daily practice isn't enough to keep up with him. And the cause is most likely... Oh, hey. Oh, I was wondering, like, where does Boku Alliance come into play here? I see. Naruhodo. So the gaming bros are going to teach him to get good. Going to give him a skill, so it's no longer an issue. Got you. I got you, Az. Oh, hey, it's Az. And, oh, Carla. Carla? Sup? That said, they wanted to join us in playing games today. Really awesome. Sure thing. What's the deal? Did Az finally get hooked on games? Ready to call yourself a real gamer? Sure. What kind of long sure is that? But, welcome aboard. The situation is dire. If Iruma-sama continues to improve at games, he grows dissatisfied with our matches. And then what? Oh, true. Obviously. Get good. So you don't lose them. Sorry, but there's nothing more you can offer for me. I only play games with the Boku Alliance from now on. Welcome. Yeah. True. I mean, to be fair, who else is the true gamer of their alliance? I am Iruma-sama's right hand. I mustn't sink to such a pathetic level. if I can probe a bit from the secret behind Iruma-sama's improvement, then surely I could catch up. Well, since you guys are here... Ooh, nice double page spread. How about we play a party game? Oh, this is going to be like Mario Party. 1 for a party of 5. Party? No, I think I would prefer a fighting. Oh, party! Yay! Let's do that. I'll be taking the top one. Wait, hold on. I like the mini games a lot. They're kind of fun. Which character you want to be as? The blue one. Let's see. So Az is a blue demon. Carla is like a princess one. And we can't see the other ones. So, yeah, it's like some weird demonic Mario Party. And they're all hooked up to wires. Oh, this is old school then. Nice. So they're all locked in. They're all enjoying themselves. Very nice. Az is getting hooked. Carla wins. Because of course Carla wins. So Carla's first. I think Led's second. Az is third. Iruma is fourth. And Parison is 5. Okay, alright. He beat Iruma. He didn't win, but he beat Iruma, so that's what matters. Damn, Carla is so freaking good. Her luck for hitting hidden routes and rare items is crazy. She gives. That game really loved her. This is interesting because Nishi said she really wanted to get to the storyline. I guess she really wanted to have, I guess, more lead. Like, outside of the main trio, I think it's safe to say, like, the one, like, Misfit member that she really likes to draw stories on is Led. I think Led, for some reason, is, like, out of the main group is, firstly, as Iruma, Carla. Secondary is Led. By a mile, because he gets so many side stories. He gets bonus chapters, he gets side stories, he gets side missions he's been on. He was the young king with Iruma, like all the stuff. It goes back to Led. And it's not that I don't appreciate him. I appreciate everyone in the class. But it's like, wait, can we give Sobnok a little bit more love? Can we give Alistair and Gappy? Can we give them some love, please? It's been like a minute. But also, I feel like the gaming bonds the Iruma group with Led. So, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. But I just noticed that. It's like, for sure, if it's not the main group that you typically see, it's Led. It's Led by a fucking mile. It is I, the Party King, my liege. Ugh. You were really close, Azkun. And you know, it's amazing to get third place for your first time playing. No matter the game, you always give it your all. So playing with you is always going to be so much fun. I am honored. Of course you are. So he always enjoys playing games with me. Touched. Phew, that was fun. Let's do that again sometime. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna head back now. Up we go. Huh? What do you mean? Yo, it's time to game. It's time. Yo, this is classic gaming. When, I don't know if everyone did this, but when I was younger, yeah, if we had gaming sessions, guess what? You get your snacks. You ask whose place you can stay at. Typically, it would be like a Friday into Saturday, maybe sometimes 3 days back to back. But you would do Friday night, you go to someone's place, you bring games, you bring snacks, and you start from like 5, and then most likely you guys are going to crash to like 2, 3 in the morning. Those were the days. Those were the fucking days. The old days of just going to someone's house, booting up a fucking like fat TV, plugging in your games and your controllers, and then you just go ham. That was the day. So yeah, That's what they're going to do now. And Led, who has been trained in stamina, is ready to go more. The party games have just begun. This is a series that has 6 installments. We can play all the stages, too. And Iruma and Parison are also like, yes, more. I need more. We still got 3. Wow. Yo, we still got 3 hours until the teachers start their rounds. Shit, yo, in 3 hours, you want to coast the entire game trilogy? Sectility? Okay. Tomorrow's a day off, so we could even stay overnight. Let's do it. Let's keep this party rolling. Az and Carla are just like, oh, goodness, this is... Whoo! Is he calling someone? No, not opera. Not opera. Not the party pooper. No. Damn it. Wow. So this is the new game Iruma-sama so enamored with. Oh, I see. I can only imagine how one might get drawn into this. Oh, I see. The total playtime has surpassed 600 hours. Holy Jesus. How strange. I'm certain you're only allowed 1 hour of games a day? Wait, what? No, let him be free. Maybe not 600 hours, like, you know, but let him be free. Does this mean that you've actually played all 600 days? And they're just like, oh, the Baku Alliance have now their game. Oh, wait. The Baku Alliance now having their game time monitored by Opera. But Led can just say, like, this is training. This is training. Like, he can say, like, Robin Sensei taught me to game. And that was my training arc. Therefore, I'm just helping Iruma train his stamina, his mental faculty. That's it. Yo, roll for a fucking persuasion check, Led and Iruma. You got this. You got this. He probably would sniff it out, but still. Only 1 hour. 1 hour of gaming a day? You can't even get shit done in a lot of games like that. What the fuck are you gonna play? App games? Gacha games? You're gonna, like, roll? Yeah, that's fucking crazy. 1 hour. 1 hour a day. You know what? I bet you if they invited Opera, he would give them more hours. Absolutely. He's just upset he doesn't get to play with the games with Iruma. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why. That's why it's only 1 hour. Absolutely. But okay, that was a cute little bonus chapter. I guess why she really wanted to do this was just have the Alliance and the trio, the main trio, kind of interact a little bit more. Yeah. But pretty cool. Pretty cool. So let's see. Does anyone want to discuss real quick what they think about this? I guess where we think we're going to be next chapter, like a real chapter. It's going to be probably the start of a new arc. I'm hoping Iruma, Amori related. I forget where we left off with Iruma because it's been a minute. Again, my theory is that we're going to be getting into another event to earn badges. Amori, I think, is in the process of trying to go for rank 7. So Iruma will probably be in the course to finally get rank 6. No more of this bullshit 5.5 nonsense. Get that shit out of here. Give him rank 6. So, like a harvest festival, that's probably coming up. Probably very soon. And I'm excited for that because I love the harvest festival. When I first read that, oh my god. Holy shit, that was fun. So I'm hoping we're going to get something like that very, very soon. But this was nice. This was like a nice little break for Nishi and us as the audience. Let's see. They did Lilith's carpet performance so much justice. Okay, I'll check it out. Not the party games. Carla being good at the party games makes freaking tracks. I mean, wasn't that like one of the things like they had to do when they were trying to get the signatures back with the teachers? Like, Led asked Carla to make the most ridiculous game that they've ever seen, and then with Led's proficiency at gaming, and of course their skill sets, him and Big Sis Elizabetta, they actually won against the game master of their school, who also has like luck power, which that's kind of crazy. Yeah. So Carla being good at games, actually, yes, her chaos is perfect for gaming. She's naturally locked in like that. Actually, I wonder if, well, I guess because she won, even though Led was number 2. I was gonna say, who's a better gamer? Is Led a better gamer, or is Carla a better gamer? I want to say 9 times out of 10, because of how skilled he is, and he has like the game of stamina. He had the power of stamina on his side. They even freaked out Carla. I would assume if it's like a round robin, 9 times out of 10, he should win. And then Carla wins that one time because of, sheer like aptitude for gaming. I would imagine. Yeah. Yeah, outside of Asmodus and Carla, Led is Iruma's actual best friend out of the whole class. Yeah, we've talked about this dynamic between him and Led. Yeah, I think so. Like, ever since the Harvest Festival, they just have gotten really close. Bro, not As snitching on them. Yo, he really said, Mom, Opera, please. They're scaring me. They want me to play games. Like, bro, you could have just said no. Probably the nuclear option there. It's so funny that As called Opera, because we also know that Opera is really good at gaming since he was playing with Iruma. That's true. Yeah, he was. Look at Az and Carla in the corner, like disappointed parents. Were you disappointed? You guys couldn't keep up. I'm honestly not sure how the next arc is going to go. The next one should be the Harvest Festival, but I think that's only for first years. Yeah, that's why I was saying like a Harvest Festival like arc, because yeah, the Harvest Festival should be for first years. The Music Festival I think is multi-yearly. I think it is. I think it was. Maybe. But yeah, I hope there's an arc like the Harvest Festival coming up really soon, because and not just Iruma, other characters gotta catch up. They gotta start ranking up. And Harvest Festival is the quickest way to do that. And the Music Festival. I think every major event is different for each year, aside from the Battler Party. Could be, but I swore they said, like, the Music Festival. Wait, no, hold on. The Harvest Festival, they had a second year participate. The guy with the horns that was getting manipulated by the guy with the black teeth from Ball's Party. Yeah. This guy. He's a second year. What's his name? Orbis. Yeah, the guy who's like, my curses were always, like, me and my clan are always number 2. We can never be number 1. Yeah. God, fucking ads. Oh my god. I know I keep saying it, but one day, VPN. Yeah, he was rank 3. Synopsis during the Harvest Festival under manipulation of Ocho. Yeah, Ocho. Before the main story, the event is believed or his family members are number 2. Blah, 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 blah. I'm pretty sure he is a second year. I'm fairly certain he is a second year. Is a student for battles. He serves as the antagonist during the Harvest Festival. We actually haven't seen him in a long time. It's been a minute. Due to the constant achievements and attachment to the Misfit class received, also finishing second to some of the members. Oh, is he a first year? What? He's in the same class as Eiko? Really? I thought... Wait, he was a rank 3, though. Or he was a ranked... I guess because of the flying exam. He's in the same class? I could have sworn he was year 2. I thought for sure he was a second year. But yeah, it's been a minute since we've seen him. I wonder if we'll see him again soon. But let me see the music festival. Yeah, dude, fucking poro styling and profiling out here, man. Good God, those legs were crazy. That music festival was gnarly, but I'll watch it later and see how they do it. Devil Ball was nice. Let me see. We're going to get into Gachiakuta in just a second. I'm just trying to see more information about what the next arc could be. At the end of the first year of Babylon School, the music festival is the last promotion exam for students. Fuck, it might be also a first year. Damn. I could have sworn that. Are there... Oh, no. They were just... That's right. Right. Because they asked Rondo, what did he do? Because I think he won the music festival the year prior. So they asked for him for advice. Yeah. Ah, damn. Fuck. Okay. Yeah, so no. We might have a different event. We might have a different event coming up. That's not Harvest Festival or Music Festival related. Damn. But I want it back. I want it back. But Nishi's creative. She wants to not do things twice. Alright. The next one should be a Harvest Festival, I think every major event is different for each year, aside from the Battler Party. Oh, you mean Coco? We just saw him again in the anime during the music festival. Gotcha. The Littlest Carpet episode is actually the highest rated episode of the entire franchise so far. And that makes sense, because I'm not going to lie. Even though I still love the Harvest Festival more than the Music Festival came super fucking close at that time. And the chapter that came out with the Lilith carpet, that was just insane. Because, to be honest with you, music and, plays and whatnot, it doesn't always hit me. That's why I'm not a big fan of Film Red. But, man, when I read this chapter, holy shit. The theatrics, the characters, the dynamic of the art and everything, it just was wild. And you see kind of like residue of this leading into later arcs way after, where we have like the performance elements are still here for like when we do the haunted house gimmick now, stuff like that. It's just like, it starts really from here. And Nishi just loves the performance that they just gave. But yeah, the Lilith thing was amazing. It was amazing reading it. So I'm sure watching it will probably be good. Because now you'll actually have music. You'll have real music to correspond with Parsons' trumpet. Also, Elisabetta looked... Whoo! She looked good with this outfit. And then Iruma also learning the piano was fire. That was fire. Yeah, that was a really good arc. I still love the Harvest Festival though. The animators spared no expense for Lilith's carpet performance, as they should. They posted several behind-the-scenes videos of all the different dances they had to animate. I'll check it out. I believe you. But okay, Gachiakuta time. Come on. Iruma, till next time, which I'm hoping is next week, unless we're going to be on break, which if we are, I guess we'll have to wait and see. But this was very good. Very good little bonus chapter to hold us over. But now it's Gachiakuta time. Because, fuck, the waiting is... Oh, the waiting is killing me. Let me just let people know we're going live with Gachiakuta. I'm excited to see where we're going. I'm excited, but man, this wait is killing me. It's killing the momentum. But I do understand. I get it. So, if you're here for Iruma, thank you for stopping by. We'll get to more of it in the future. I will watch the content of the anime for Season 4. I don't know if I'll do it as an actual show, live and whatnot, but, you know, I haven't decided just yet. And I gotta catch up to the Mafia AOU. But thank you again. If you're heading out, like the stream, comment, all that YouTube jargon. Time to transition over to Gachiakuta. Hopefully, again, we're going to get back into the swing of things with an actual regular time schedule, but I know Arame's got a lot of stuff. She's got a lot of stuff right now. Yeah, actually, actual next chapter comes out Wednesday. Lovely. But yeah, we're back. So last time we left off, because it's been a minute, Enji is starting to pop off with his sacred treasure. His sacred instrument that he got from Roto's dad. And, you know, the inspiration of the umbrella also was a leftover from his dad. But we saw that his dad, for whatever reason, was just not the same. He was shooketh. Something happened to where he needed to give Enji the Watchmen series 6 item, the watch. But he told him to not use it because there is a cost. And the cost, I'm imagining, is going to be pretty straightforward. For whatever amount of time the watch, which is going to probably rewind time, which I think they may have just said straight up, it is like a time manipulation treasure object. You have to sacrifice that amount of time yourself. You have to pay it forward. So let's say you want to go back an hour. Great. You have to give an hour of your lifespan. You want to go back an entire year? Fantastic. You have to give up an entire year of your lifespan. So it may not seem like a crazy lifespan or like, you know, a whole big consequences, because if you're in combat, realistically, you don't have to go back an hour. Like, you can do some, like, kind of miniature time reversal shit. Like, I'm going to go back 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, you know, quick stuff like that. But, like with money, small things start to add up over time. No pun intended. So that's probably the consequence of that. And maybe there's also like a cooldown period. Like, okay, you can use it like 5 times, kind of like Roto, where it's like Roto can only use his ability a certain amount of times before he gets tired and you know, can't spam it anymore. So maybe it's like you have to think wisely because it's going to cost a lot of energy and it's going to chip away at your lifespan per the usage that you want to use it with. So yeah, that's what I'm imagining. But this was a stellar moment. Like, Omnitrix level awesome watch over here. And then people point out his shadow was doing stuff. So we'll see what that's all about. That could be just stylizing that, yes, he is in fact going back in time. He is going back to the past. Samurai Jack. That kind of shit. So let's get into this. I'm Hype to see what this power does. So, Gachiakuta, chapter 167. Urane, thank you for coming back from hiatus to give us this chapter. Now give me more. So what's your name anyway? Rotho. Rotho, eh? That's a pretty good name. Lights a cigarette. Ah, the dude, he is so indebted to his dad. It's crazy. The honoring of the guy who gave his life purpose is so strong. It's so strong. He wants to be that for others, but mainly Rotho. The man that gave him a new purpose in life, a new leash on life. And now he's paying that kindness forward. That's really cool. I like that. The characterization of Enji is now deep. It was mysterious before, but now it's deep. It's very, very deep. Oh my god, bro. Stop ore farming! Stop ore farming, Enji! Just... Again, Ben 10 over here. It's hero time. Like he's gonna turn into Humongosaur. Like, fuck. The goddamn watch is glowing with an awesome power. Chapter 167, part 1! No, it's a part 1. I mean, it's all technically, I guess, continuation, but... Fuck. Part 1. Ronnie, please drop part 2 not too far in the future, please. Chapter 161, part 1. Chimera. Chimera. Okay. Because that's what... That's, that was said, I think, beforehand with, Rotho in his current state, and even, what's his fucking name? The Mike dude. Fuck. Hold on. Mimo, yeah. Like, they said something about how their powers are becoming more like a chimera and how they're using in combination with. Yeah. Chimera. Interesting. Oh, this is double page? No! How do I change this? Single page. Can I do... Does that help? Does that fix it? No. What if I do... Double page manga plus? There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you. Thank you, site. Thank you. Look at this. Look at this double page right here. I'm blocking some of it, but damn. Ronnie, you cooking like Kubo with the white background over here. Time doesn't turn... It doesn't? Hello? It doesn't go back? Like One Piece? You can't go back in time? Time doesn't turn back. Time doesn't stop? No! No! Not it! There's no Dio? There's no... Zawardo! Or there's no... Kill the Queen bites the dusto. Hikuso! Like... No, 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 no. You can't do that? What about Diavolo? Can you do... King of Crimson? Time Skipper? Like, can you do that? Something. Something. Surely. Surely you can do that. Like, then what would be the point? What would be the point of a time watch? Come on. Arane, don't do this. Give me the power. You made it. You made it. And yeah, time manipulation can get really convoluted in a story, but I have faith that you can do it well. For what you've shown. Time does not turn back. Time does not stop. Those rules are never broken. No matter how hard I wished for it. Not physically, anyway. Okay. Thinking. Is this like a X-Men back in time thing with I forget her hero name, but the one girl that can slip in between things. She like intangibility. But then they discover her power can then let her slip people's consciousness back in time. So he's physically not going back to change anything per se. He's mentally putting himself back. And then by doing so, maybe that's how you change things. Maybe. That's my guess. Let me read. Let me do single. All right, we see some crazy aura version of himself just pop out in this massive ring above him. Once, when I almost died, I did expect the sensation of time to slow down. It's not like time itself changed in any way. It was simply a feeling. You're asking if it's possible to pseudo time stop. Pseudo time stop. I guess if you heighten your senses, sure, the world does appear slow. We've seen this in other stories. I can't say for sure that it is, but is this him talking to the boss? We defeated the Trash Beast with the human anima that resides in our vital instruments. Our experiences and our thoughts shape those vital instruments. We use anima to fight beings with anima cores. The world is overflowing with those sort of vague concepts, and that's the world we live in. Interesting. So because our world is mysterious, time stop or time traveling can be possible, which, scientifically speaking, you can actually time travel. It is proven. Like, this is not like, oh, like, no. You can time travel, and theoretically, you can go back in time, too. They test this. It's microscopic or just, not impressive enough. But you can time travel when you set something in the atmosphere. They did like a whole test on this where they sent like watches, Back to Future style, from our Earth to the atmosphere, and they did something where it's like, oh yeah, that clock is like technically 1 minute, I think it was, ahead of our clock. It was something like that because of like the rotation or whatever. And then the theory is that as you approach light speed, time around you seems slow, but it's actually going and accelerating with everything else. So once you approach upon light, you can then, technically speaking, travel into the future. Quote. And then, theoretically speaking, if you have two black holes of a proportional size, the gravitational rift between them, stretching space and time, is said to believe that you can go back in time through that mean. Those two last ones are theoretical, but they have kind of proven, yes, going into the future is possible. That's for certain. Microscopically / non-consequently, but yes, you can go into the future. So that is technically real. But this obviously is anime and manga, so we're gonna gas this shit up to the highest extent. We can gain powers from sharing force of will, or even from our own fantasies. So personally speaking, I can't say for sure that it's not possible either. Exactly. If you think it's possible, it is possible. Do it. Take that sensation of time slowing down and amplify it. Okay, it's like a roundabout way of doing it, but you're taking your own cognitive sense of time and you're accelerating that and manifesting that. You're not taking actual time and using it. You're taking your sense of time and manipulating it. That's pretty cool. Then, within that sensation where no one can touch you, you can move as a body of anima. That is the power of the Time Walker. It's a load of bull dreamed up by an idiot, and it's invincible. Oh my god, wait, I kind of have to. I don't care if I get a copyright struck. Hold on. Hold on. Where is it? No, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Yes, hold on. No, play it right. Play it right. Play it right, baby. With this power, you could say he is... Oh, you dick! No, you're not even gonna play it. Really? Oh, you suck. You suck. Oh, you are... Come on, I set that up perfectly, too. You can say he's... Ah, that was terrible. That was terrible. Damn it. Damn you, YouTube, for not having your shit working when I needed it to play. Alright. Well, you get the idea. Bro. What? Motherfucker said he's invincible? Okay. So he's enhancing his sense of awareness, and then his inner essence is moving and corresponding in a state of pure energy, like he's the Flash. Yeah, like he's the Flash. He become pure energy, and thus he can attack at such incredible speed. So it's not time manipulation, it's sensation and state of being manipulation. That's orders of magnitude heightened. That's cool. That's really cool. Wait, what? Excuse me? That's it? Oh my. That's it? That's it? No. No. I need more. Come on. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, technically, as a double page. 4, 5, 6, 7 pages? Oh. Come on. Yo, Orana, you could have at least had the impact. You could have at least had an impact land. Hello? Hello? What? Oh my god. You're killing me with this. Okay, but I like the power. I like the concept of you're actually not truly manipulating time. That's not what the Time Walker does. It's just enhancing your sense of time to be proactive in the now more than anyone else. That's pretty cool. It's like the theory that people had with Shanks' observation hockey back in the day, where like his observation was heightened to such a degree, everything else is slowed down around him, and thus he can interact way quicker and way more detailed with everything around him. That's cool. But then he's taking it a step further, where his very being in this heightened stance is now energy. It's now energy that he can now become and attack. But again, trade-off. So it's not time. Let me guess. It's life force. It's some kind of life force. Like, you have to be careful because you are becoming energy, and energy cannot be created nor destroyed. Sure, but it can be transferred over. So he's maybe losing himself the more he's in this state. And if he's not careful, he'll, like, dissipate. Yeah, I could see that. That could be a consequence of using this power, because if this is really, like, the state of, like, no one can perceive him, quote-unquote, no one can perceive him. Like, maybe he is becoming light, like I was saying. Maybe he is on some Deborah activity, JJK Modula shit. Come on, where is it? Yeah. He's doing some Deborah shit. He's encroaching into light speed territory. Maybe that's what's happening here. He's becoming energy itself, and thus, at this heightened state of existence, time itself feels like it stopped. I like this. I like this, Arane. I like this. Keep cooking. Keep cooking. Now, there is this line, this tether towards his body. So I wonder if someone could interact with him. Maybe that's also weakness. Maybe. But now, in the state of absolute, like, insanity, how much more powerful is he? How much more powerful is he in this state? He's quick, and speed is weight, after all. But what can he do in this? I really need to see it. Oh, Rame, please. I need it. I need it. I need it so fucking bad. All right, let me see. Is there any discussion on this in the chat? If not, we're going to go into our last thing of the night, which is going to be One Punch Man. Wow, fuck. I gotta wait. This chapter was supposed to come out last week. Arane wasn't able to finish the full chapter before the deadline and decided to split it. And when the chapter wasn't published at all, she was surprised. Okay. So a twofold of what the fuck's going on there. Couldn't meet the deadline, so split. But then the split didn't get publicized. I hope she's not having any issues with the publishing company like Kubo used to have back in the day. I hope that's not happening, but okay, we'll have to wait and see what's going on there. Hopefully, again, this week we'll get the follow-up then, if this is not a finished chapter. So, okay, all right. Well, thank you for letting me know. But it doesn't look like there's anything else to talk about. It's pretty straightforward. Yeah, wow. I like this concept. I really like this concept of time they're using. And again, Enji's character with Rodo is so much more wholesome now. I hope he doesn't die here. He's probably not, but we're going to see the consequences of what this power gives him. Ah, man, this is so clean. So clean. All right, so that was Gachiakuta, part 1 of a chapter that was not fully finished. So we're going to let her cook. Hopefully she'll come back this week to give us another chapter. Or I guess technically the other half. One Punch Man time. It's time. We're here. Oh, I also didn't post a chapter link for it. Whatever. I'll do it for One Punch Man. So let me, once again, let people know that we are live for One Punch Man. If you were here for Gachiakuta or any of the other stuff previously, thank you for sticking around. If you want to stick around for One Punch Man, please do so. If not, I'll see you guys next time for more read-throughs, more gaming in the future, and more watch-throughs. One Punch. Let me give people the link. The link. Bum, ba-da-da-da-da, mm. All right. So, last time we left off with the manga, we've caught up. We are now in the middle. We are now in the middle of a crisis where there are monsters of all shapes and sizes, even some mechanical ones, are popping up. The S-Class and Hero Association have been sent out, but they're kind of struggling a little bit. And so the Neo Heroes are kind of using this as their debut to get stuff rolling for them in the public eye. And to be fair, they look like they're handling business pretty damn well. But now the dragon level threats are out. And now everyone's kind of on guard. Everyone's kind of been pushing themselves. So we'll see where that's going to go. And one of the people now is Sueko. Sueko being the younger sister of Shiryu. Shiryu being a manga original character who is a martial artist who went through a journey of kind of humiliation or humbling, I guess, would be the way to say that. Because of Saitama giving him the way of like, hey, don't be a dick. Kind of open your mind. He's a very powerful martial artist. I think he'll be an S-Class hero one day for sure. Same with his sister. Supposedly, she says she's stronger than him. We'll wait and see. I know some manga content, or I guess some webcomic content that should come into play soon with her and her fight, which is up against a dragon-level threat. She clearly is strong enough to be an S-Class hero, but she is, I think, starting off in A right now, if I remember correctly. How far in the S-Class would she be? Probably not too far. Probably not too far. I think like Tank Top Master can probably take her. And I still think her brother's stronger because man's fucking crazy tough. He is crazy tough. But this is her test to see if she can at least match, because last time Shiryu fought a dragon level, man was mentally weak, but also he did not live up to fighting that thing. It fucking crushed him physically and mentally. So if she can do this, genuinely so, there might be an argument to say like she's closer to her brother, if not maybe better than her brother. But also he hadn't trained in 3 years, and again he was in a bad state of mind. So now hopefully he should be way better, way better, which I think he did improve. But yeah, so that's where we're at right now. So we'll see with her journey and Murata, thank you. And if Saitama might help her, maybe not. Let me see. WSM is pretty cool with manga taking a break. Next part of the chapter was finished already anyway. Cool. Thank you for those insights there. I didn't realize she was part of a different subgroup of shonen to publicize her manga. So they're pretty cool with their breaks. All right, that's fair. That's fair. So, One Punch Man time. Let's get into the chapter. Gachiakuta, you were good. But give me the bald head. Give me the bald head wonder. So we are using Kyubari. I'll give you guys the link now, unlike I did for Gachiakuta and Iruma. Here's the link. I have the link in the description down below for you Vodkin guys who are watching later on. Here we go. Let's see, can she handle business? A body forged by days of relentless training. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So, chapter 231, backup. Let's see, can I shrink this a little bit more? There we go. That's better. So, at the Hero Association, the situation is still pretty dire. A massive pile of the security drones Metal Knight made to guard the facility are now blocked the entrance, and Saitama just arrived. But this is not going to be an issue for him. I would think not. Huh? Oh, over there. So he's going to go all the way around the building. Where did Mr. Saitama go? Ugh, he's way too fast. So these guys are trying to keep up with him. Losing battle there. Okay. Back to the conflict with Sueko and Machine God Series Mirror. This multifaceted robot creation. Potentially organization tech. Because we still have to go back to them. Is getting hammered because she's now entered this flow state. This drunken state. On some Rock Lee, some Chu from Yu Yu Hakusho. Oh, I'm gonna show you the drunken ogre over here. So let's see if her drunken style is gonna be really an improvement. I mean, it looks like she's landing a pretty solid hit. That's like cracking this thing's face. However, he's kind of like bracing himself on the train. Yeah, he's standing to not like waver. However, he gets hit by a part of the train itself. And they both go underneath the train tunnel area. However, she is kind of like fishing him back out, and he constantly is getting hit and hit and hit and hit and hit and hit and hit by all the train parts. So it's like holding him in place with one hand of pure might right there. So showing power, showing real strength there. And again, this is a dragon level threat, so, you know, we went over the various degrees of dragon level threats on the last couple of read-throughs of the chapters from the manga, you know, understanding like the ranks in general are all over the place sometimes, very accurately, and also some subtle nuances, like not every person in a rank is obviously the same skill. Clearly not, but nonetheless, a dragon level threat. She's in this drunken state, able to one-handedly punch and keep him from moving forward. It's pretty good. It's pretty fucking good. Let me see. Let me zoom in just a little bit here. Zoom in a little bit more. There we go. So, at the end of the train passing by, she gives it one big heave-ho punch and sends him flying. Not getting any civilians hurt, too. So she did a good job there. Cough, cough. Faint. She still seems drunk. This thing is now in a pile of rubble. Nah, I'm a robot. I don't get fucking tired. Back up. Oh, you did it now. Short-circuiting in its face. Oh, wait. I don't remember this part in the manga, in the webcomic. This thing can heal itself? Oh, shit. It, like, fixed its face from having a massive indentation. All better. Round two. Total damage taken. Nah, wait, whoa. You don't have to do her like that. Wait a minute now. Damage taken 0.0000001%. That's bullshit. Are you serious? Wait a minute. All right. I mean, if we're gonna take that number seriously, yo, Sueko, you better get the fuck out of there. You better get the fuck out of there. Holy. I don't remember him healing in the webcomic. Maybe he can. I just forgot. I can check real quick after we're done. Total damage taken 0.000001. Holy shit. Not bad for a small fry. Managing to put a scratch on me. This thing is way too tough. Hoy, he still is raring to go. Come on, Rover. Shoot it, shoot it. Yeah, they were helping last time. And they look up in the sky. These Nimrods are coming to the rescue? I think, did they have that in the webcomic? Either way, Chain Toad and Butterfly Man, yeehaw, come down. Not like they're gonna do anything, but like, hey, A for effort, A for effort. They have moxie. They're coming in with grit here. So Chain Toad is winding up his weapon while Butterfly is flying him in the line of the sunlight, so they're like kind of having it as cover. Continuous attack chain weight. One of Morale love the idea of continuous being in someone's attack name. So he throws down 3 chains that land, and then they go over and I think wrap around the train tracks. Okay. Then they go under and loop it. Very nice dynamic shots of the fight, as always. So they use the chains to like carry their momentum? That's the A-class hero Butterfly DX and A-class hero Chain Toad. Wait a minute. Wait, you just use that as a... Wait a minute. That entire setup, this like super mock entry, was just your way of like landing into the battle? That was over the top flourish right there. Just use the chain to like, whoop. I'm here now. Okay. I mean, you wasted your surprise attack. But cool entrance. Pretty cool entrance. Now, wing breath technique, scale, powdered explosion. Shilapoof over here. He can use his scales to make a smoke bomb cloud. All right. A-class. A-class. A-class for a reason. Let him cook. Let him cook. It's not going to do much, but let him cook. You're quite a rookie, aren't you, miss? In situations like these, you should contact the association for backup. They'll immediately relay a message to nearby heroes. Oh, thanks. You insignificant pest. What? Oh my god. These chapters are fucking killing me. Why are they so small? Is what she said. A. So, B. Ugh. Well, this is going to be a quick stream. Kagurachi, or whatever the fuck's going to win the poll by Wednesday, it's going to add some meat to some of these readings. Alright, so we have Saitama finally showing up. Soeko lands that solid punch and shows off some good strength, for sure. However, get wrecked. Not even gonna land a fucking meaningful thing here. Like, this number may be cope, but if it is true, that's insane. And then Chain and Toad, with Butterfly DX, use their surprise opportunity to just land into the battlefield. But then they follow up with a cool move, but it's probably not going to do much. It's probably not going to do much. But still cool entrance, though. Pretty cool entrance. All right. Well, while we have this now moment of finish, if anyone wants to chat on their expectations for this arc, or I guess the situation with Sueko, you can, discuss it now. But I also want to see in the webcomic. If you haven't read the webcomic, beware, because I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up now. Does this thing regen? Oh, this should be coming up soon. Oh, yeah. Oh, Jesus. What chapter? Is it 133? No. 131? Closer, but I don't think so either. No. 129. Let's try that. Yeah, here we go. This is what we were left off with the dragon level creatures coming in. Yeah, this thing was like running smoke shows of hands. She was dodging, weaving. I can't think of anything other than dodging. I can't predict it. Such a struggle in my battle. Now, don't be so impatient. Relax until an S-class hero comes and chucks her away. Beer. I'm going to show off the essence of the Void Fist. Right. The temperature of your body is increasing. The pattern has changed. Void style Dragon Fist. Does like a roundhouse of flurry kicks. Drunkenly. Even that move couldn't destroy a thing. It's too hard. We haven't gotten to this just yet either, huh? It's already competing with the moves from the Drunken Tiger. How strong is this robot? So we okay, I think we... Oh, damn. We might have substituted this Drunken Flurry of Blows and her kind of dodging for, I think, a show of physicality. Let me go back to the previous chapter. Yeah, she gets... Oh, yeah. Yeah, this thing also has, like, energy lasers, too, now. Of course. Yeah, she got absolutely flummoxed last time. And then she gets beer. The beer. This thing tries to do, like, some weird whirlwind shit. But then she countered. Okay, no, she did do her flurry of blows. It's just we're extending the fight a lot more than what it was in the webcomic. And then she shows off a level of physicality now to save the people. And we followed up here. But it didn't really do anything. It just healed. Which, again, I don't think. Because she didn't, I guess, really do much of anything in this scenario. So the damage output's going to be better, I think. Probably in the manga. Because you do have the percentage here. My body suffered a scratch in presence is worthless of nobodies. Yeah. And then these guys are going to come in. And then... Oh, it did have the energy shit. Oh, okay, fair enough. It did. It did. And then... Saitama. Yeah. Get fucked. So that's what's going to happen. On some level. On some level. But they are extending this to a certain degree. So Chain Toad might buy a little bit more time in this version compared to the webcomic version. But then the hero gang that's following Saitama right now, they might get a little bit of time to shine. But ultimately speaking, Saitama will be helping her out. So that's not going to change. All right. Cool. Cool. Again, fucking quick chapter. 3 of the content for this. Well, actually, all the chapters really felt quick this time. All of them felt quick. But okay, so we're going to, again, spoilers for the webcomics. So we're going to have that happen to a certain degree. Yeah, right. Flashy Flash and Tatsumaki are going to get sent off on their own individual missions. Thinking of Blast. Metal Knight, Watchdog, Pig God. Yeah, so people are on their... So Tatsumaki's on a mission. Flash is on a mission. Pig God is training. Same thing with Atomic. Metal Knight being Metal Knight. Watchdog being Watchdog. King being King. Zombie Man doing some kind of trading. Drive Knight's out there. Tank Top's recovering. Putty is doing his thing. So the S-Class were scattered. They were very much scattered. Then Child Emperor figuring out the whole scheme. Metal Bat going to investigate. Yeah. Webigaza's training and whatnot. Darkshine doing his training with the lads. Yeah. Then we have the conflict. We're going to have this conflict soon enough. Soon enough. Maybe some new content to break it up before we get there, but we're going to get to Metal Bat stuff. Okay. All right. Well, until then, that's it for not only One Punch Man for today. This is the final chapter of our read-through. And what a chapter it was. Quick, but good chapter. Hopefully we'll get a longer chapter next time. I'm hoping. All right, so with that being said, thank you, everyone, for coming out. We will have a new series next time, Kagurabachi, and that's going to probably be a good chunk of time that we get through. When the new content comes out for any of the series that we do now, we will do it as soon as possible. We have watch through series that we're trying to finish right now with 2BX. Then we'll find out a new series to do. Gaming content, again, it's going to be just temporary pause just so we can finish off some other things that need to be done. Then we'll get back into gaming. And yeah, other read-throughs throughout the week. Call up to JoJo's, so we will have other Araki content planned, as discussed. We have the Greatest Estate that we're trying to finish up soon as possible. One Piece, and yeah, when Bug Eagle comes out too, we'll get caught up back onto that. So until then, everyone, thank you for stopping by. Take care, be safe, stay easy, hydrate, take care of yourselves, and until next time, I'll see you later. These small chapters, man, they're killing me. They're tearing me apart. But we're here no matter what. See you all on the flip side.